Eric Gass here, a mechanic for Factory Yamaha. I'm in charge of Cooper Webb's Race Deep 2017 Supercross season. This is the best bike on the track because I'm in charge of building it. One of the biggest performance features that Coop's really picky about is its ability to turn and cut down out of corners. When Coop first hopped on the bike moving into the 450, especially at designations, the bike was tuned down a little bit, nothing too crazy, but not by his request, but just because. As he spent more time on the bike, he has asked for more and more power and snap, and that has evolved the way the motor package has been built. The guys down at PC have been working really hard to get the exhaust built around the motor package that we've built for Cooper, and at the same time underneath the AMA sound limit. The throttle tube itself is the same ratio as a stock one, however it's billet aluminum. The hydraulic clutch is actually provided to us by Rinaldi, Yamaha of Europe. The clutch itself, the assembly, is the way it comes from Rinaldi. And yeah, he prefers that over the cable clutch. It just gives him a more consistent start. The switch on the right-hand side of his handlebars is a modified get switch. It's got some extra cowling to protect it from getting pushed by his hand accidentally or his chest. The map switch has a 1 and a 2, where we're able to load 2 different maps for Cooper to pick between throughout a practice, and we can change as many times as we want with via laptop throughout the day. Usually once he picks a map, just runs the same one through the race. And then also at the bottom of the map switch there's a launch control button. Depending on track conditions and the way Coop's feeling, we're able to adjust RPM, limiter, and then also the way the RPM gauge reads on the fender. The display on the front fender from Get, there's many different uses to it. We can program it to do a number of things. For Cooper, it really helps him on the start to keep the RPM in the correct range. It's hard to hear with 20 guys around you, so he uses a light to try to keep that part of the start consistent. We've removed some of the protective sheething from the brake hose just to try to lighten this thing up as much as possible. Both front and rear brake are completely stock, other than some mods to the foot pedal and then also the foldable lever from ARC. These are factory hubs. They're machined aluminum versus cast aluminum, which is what comes on the factory bike. But as far as shape and pattern, it's identical to the stock production hub. We did quite a bit of testing leading up to the season, and Coop spent quite a bit of his career on the airport. So currently we are running the airport, but we have been back and forth, spring to air, leading up to now. One of the advantages in Supercross is that deep in the stroke on the airport, it's got more of a pillowy feel, not as harsh. And on a Supercross track, you spend quite a bit of time down in there throughout the G-outs and rhythm sections and such. One of the unique features that Get gives us is the ability to tune start map to whatever the rider's preferences and also track condition. Whether he uses it, it's up to him. As far as the rear end goes, through quite a bit of testing, Coop wants his bike to handle as much like a 250 as possible. We went through some linkages and some different swing arm setups, but the stock 2017 450 swing arm and stock 2017 knuckle and wishbone are what he went with and what makes him feel most comfortable. Coop's actually one of the easiest riders I've ever worked for as far as damaging parts or wearing and tearing items, but I'd say the clutch is the one thing he beats up on, only if he's in the middle of a battle. But other than that, brakes, grips, the graphics themselves, it's like he just floats around on the thing. My name is Eric Gass, and that's Cooper Webb's 2017 Supercross race machine.